whatever to you, whenever you're watching this episode of the St. Cloud Moron Show. I am your host, Dylan. This is my co-host, Spurgsnake. Have you met the goal yet today, Tommy?
If the goal was not getting this lava lamp to work, yes.
It
It's
just needs
not.
to get a little heat on it.
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
So,
vintage. How you
uh, we,
betray me.
we, we've been gone for a little bit of talking about Aaron, and basically my brain broke. We started covering James Rolfe, and then the next week when it was time to pull clips for Aaron Imholte, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. No. So hopefully we will be back to every other week of goofing on Aaron and goofing on James Rolfe. It has been both fun and painful doing a book review of a movie making nerd. So I'm enjoying that and both detesting that.
Yeah, I hit the audiobook especially because I could read it faster than he's delivering it to us. It's definitely a 1.25 speed audiobook. But it's also quite pointless in a lot of ways. Like he's just telling childhood stories so far. We're
A
getting ready to
hundred
get into
pages in,
college. Yeah.
and everything there should have been wrapped up in 15 or 20 pages. It is absolutely ridiculous. So, Aaron M. Holt, you said you believe that the insanity now is starting to seep in because it's been a bit where he's been repeating Serenity now, insanity later, as they said in Seinfeld, and he's trying to hold on to happy-go-lucky Aaron. It's but little slip of the mask here and there.
But there was a big slip last night. You saw the smiley mask was off, and he was full on reeing into the microphone until somebody came and saved his ass with $100 and something.
But you said last
It
night, but
was, or
actually yesterday
was
morning,
it this morning?
because this is a little bit different. I wasn't able to find particularly entertaining clips of Aaron from our buddies the Clippers. I think he's just kind of in sort of a loop, sort of a repeat of himself. So we'll see if he finds some new fun ways to be a goof, like Stuttering John, and or if we're just on repeat for how Aaron is. Well, actually, we're definitely on repeat. Most of these clips are goal related. There is very little that I've pulled. This was a weird little adventure I went on. Johnny Crutches tries. He is always trying to be that funny second mic guy. So I do have to give him credit of attempting to throw in some jokes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, all right, good one. Swing and a miss. But Johnny Crutches, perfectly adequate to be on regular radio, whereas Aaron Imholt, all this bragging about getting on regular radio, I'm not seeing it, buddy.
Not going to happen. And he said, I'm pretty sure we're a month past, but he said sometimes around this time last year, if he was not on the radio, he would quit YouTube altogether, which ain't going to happen. Um, this pays his bills. This is hard tied to all of his uh, responsibility financially.
He
And
talked about, yeah, if I'm still
yeah,
doing this begging, I'm going to be filling out job applications. He's obviously changed his mind. He is not filling out job applications. I have a shitty job. Aaron, we've said it probably since the beginning. You need a shitty job so you can knock it off with the begging. But then again, that's why we're here, is the begging. And it started out
mm-hmm.
early. I've got the timestamp down there on the bottom, 3.5 minutes into this show, when the first beg, I do get a giggle out of how he's trying to be epic with his entrances, with the movie clips, with the music that he chose, and the Paul Heyman speech from the ECW pay per view. Probably a bit obscure for you, but wrestling nerds like Aaron and I, we know exactly what that Paul Heyman speech is from. Oh, and we will get into some wrestling talk because he is more into it than I am. But that's a couple of clips away. Let's hear the first signs of begging yesterday from just 3 minutes in.
Andrew's son might not like this. It kind of goes against their thesis that So we kind of need Johnny because we didn't have too bad of an L last night. I mean, listenership wise, audience size wise, we took an L last night. It was really small. It was a good probably 125 people short of where it usually is. We're usually at around 500 or so live at a time. And I don't even know if we didn't crack 400.
So now we've got a new goal of viewership. He's never worried about viewership before, but now we're starting to get into the I'm worried about money. I'm worried about how many eyes are on me.
Yeah, that's a problem. He's constantly number watching, and that's part of the insanity later thing. This has got to be bothering him in his head because he likes to do tricky math numbers anyway, and he can't fool his way around this one.
There's no taking in tax for the amount of viewers, and that is kind of a detriment to some streamers of having that small number right up there that I'm looking at. Thanks all you six for joining us, but you got to have fun while you're doing your show and just say,
Yep.
hey, there's only a few of us here, and hopefully some more come. If not, oh well, gosh darn it. But
Yeah, no kidding. It's not. I agree with you. Thank you. Sorry.
he's panicking because playing broadcaster shouldn't be your main gig, but it is.
Yep.
Yep,
Awful.
you sound like jumping Jeff Farmer there. Holy shit! I'm just coming out of the gate with a whole bunch of really obscure wrestling references. How are you and I not friends, Aaron? Oh yeah, you.
Yesterday, I don't think. And it showed. We came up about $90 short. The morning show audience got the evening show audience $30 in.
Well, there you go. Missing 100 people, $90 short, almost a buck a person, just like you're trying to get those rallies going little by little. So that's exactly where the $90 was, with the 100 people who were off buying Christmas presents.
Why doesn't he have a Patreon? He could do that. He can make a $1 tier on Patreon and do, 2 or 3 extra episodes a month for $1.
Is
And
he
it's
still doing bonus episodes? I remember, like, in the spring, early summer, there would be a bonus episode a month, but I haven't heard him talk about that for a while. And maybe it's because I haven't had my eye on him, just the Clippers. But I'm not sure if that's still a thing, Aaron's bonus shows.
there was a prize night he was doing. He can't do that solo. There's too much going on. He won't run a prize night by himself. Um, he used to try to rub it in about his illegal lottery. I know he got in trouble for it. Not in trouble, but I know somebody called him about it.
That was a big talking point over at Spurgtopia. It immediately reminded me of the Sanford and Son Lucky Numbers episode, where it was a scam. Fred knew it was a scam, but the scammers done scammed Fred. Watch out, Aaron. The scammers are going to scam you too with these lucky numbers. Oh, wait. He is the scammer.
He's the scam.
Oh, and before we go forward, the steel toe, his penmanship is getting just a little bit better.
Slightly.
Chad Boozman. I can't read.
Chaz Yeah, that's one. Flinty McClintock, I think is who that is. Flinty McClintock, but I've seen the name. I'm not sure which Chris that is. That might be Chris Mack. Who knows?
Stalio, thanks for joining us over on Twitch. Apparently, Twitch will not let you say the word cuck in a comment. So it's everybody's favorite cluck. That has been a problem. You can't say certain words over there on the Twitch. And Sam V dropping in. He's going to owe his VIP members free merch once it comes out. I did hear him talking about that, as well as the Stoney's gift certificates that are coming in soon.
Oh no, he's going to hustle more gift certificates. Maybe that's why he hasn't done an actual lottery night again, because he doesn't have shit to give away.
Oh, and we were talking about bonus episodes. I'll be having a bonus episode this Friday. So if you are a rope shooter, that is $5 a month, $4.99 to be exact, level for people to get a bonus show each month. And we will be checking out some of the madness from TikTok, usually doing it live on TikTok around the clock. We'll be checking out the edited videos of madness.
Oh
on
boy.
Friday.
And we ended up $90. I think we made like $80 last night. It was a rough one, but this is where I go to the morning show audience and I say, you know what? These guys are going to prove their worth. I'm not going to ask you to make up for the evening show's shortcomings, because one thing that's nice about the little run we've been on the last few months is that, you know, the fall we had and the winter we've had so far is that we're now at a place where losing by $90 is not it's not a killer. You know, it's not.
We're in a good place. This doesn't seem to last long at all, though, because it was just a few weeks ago he was kind of given this same type of we don't need to be all panicky, and it was just a couple shows later that he was panicking. This we're ahead does not last long at all.
No, that's what I'm curious about. How long? Like, I know he tries to give himself a financial cushion. I wonder what he's sitting on. Is it like 2,000 or 3,000, maybe like another month or two of bills? Why he is sweating the $90 because he knows that's coming out of savings. Anytime he doesn't come up, it comes out of a certain nest egg chunk of money, which I'll give him credit. He's fairly good at keeping.
I'm actually just noticing. I forgot to pull a clip where like after he's done begging, he then talks about getting this expensive, ostentatious coat to wear around town. I forgot to pull that last night, but it was literally after a beg session. I should have labeled where to pull that clip a little better, because when I was watching live, beggy, 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 and then I need your money. Oh, this coat. Just imagine wearing this coat out in public, the looks that you'll get. So my bad for not marking down that timestamp when I was initially wearing it. And Johnny Blaze, that I also didn't make a timestamp on the stamps that he forgot to put on. Aaron Imholte did indeed just waste a whole bunch of ink and envelopes. The envelopes, they aren't free. Sure, they're cheap, but they're not free. So this may be bad for him being non-panicked, seeing as how he has to put get a new envelope and send out those Stonies gift certificates once again.
It's so silly. How do these two not know? Him and April both do not know how to operate paper mail. Like, they don't know where to buy stamps. They don't. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She just never touched it. It was just sitting in a closet for
right.
months on end. She didn't have the actual physical problems of, whoops, postage. Yeah, that's right.
I'll just put it in the front room closet. Nobody'll know.
Stelio, there is some more DSP-isms that Aaron is showing a little later on. I swear he is auditing his tippers. In fact, he is. That's more towards the end of the show. So that's another thing DSP has been doing for a while, and Aaron has picked up as well. While we were away, Blind Mike has really been going at it. I've been saying that Aaron is exactly like Darkside Phil, and for months, and I never thought to pull a clip. Silly me. Blind Mike pulled that, and I think he is the one that discovered the Beggy monster. That has been a lot of fun.
Sam he had it before. Aaron brought up Beggy Monster. Around Halloween time was the first mention of it was the Beggy Monster. We got to keep the Beggy Monster at bay.
All right, got to give proper credit to Sam V for picking up on the Beggy Monster.
I am, because
Blind Mike has the bigger format, so that's where I saw it.
Right.
Of the Beggy Monster coming out to get you.
Yeah, dude, and now Patrick has an AI voice that Blind Mike is the voice of, and people were getting a little wild with it, and it was just like terrible Yelp reviews. So it was like, because Aaron mentioned his favorite restaurant / gas station / pub. I forget the name.
Actually, that was all one thing where I grew up too. But your favorite pub, gas station, and restaurant. We had the same thing.
So that's what I was watching yesterday. It's like he's got this new restaurant that he loves to go to and get food from. Because
I
that's another
will
thing he's DSPing away. It's just money on fast food.
I will give it to Aaron when he was goofing on Patrick Melton. It felt like a show. Applause there for giving some punches back to Patrick Melton and your show sounding like a show, unlike most of it, and what Misery Loves Company currently is, as Captain Miserable is saying. Brennan, he lost his step. That really edgy comedian that Kevin Brennan once was. No mas. We've got a trio of Darkside Phil, Brennan, and Aaron Imholte here that have really been possessed by the Beggy monster.
Oh yeah, and uh, arguably Brennan has been bit by the begging monster for quite some time now. He loves the super chats.
It's been a super chat reading show for well over a year now.
And this is true, Venus. There was some good comments yesterday. I was enjoying watching.
It's not a show wrecker as it may have been back in, say, October. So we're not going to tell you guys, hey, knock out today's goal. And if you knock out last night's goal, we're just going to move on from our L. We're just going to take it standing. And and we're just going to move on to today. Now, today, unfortunately, that does mean we have a full one. So here's what I say. Johnny sent me these two video clips, right, for $20 donations and $50 donations. And I say that we honor them by breaking them in here in the first hour. So 20s, 50s, all of that.
I really want to show these clips. I need a 20 and a 50 to show these clips to you. This was brand new and cutting edge, like what, 5 years ago? Like when Twitch first came out, they have a system where it would show a little clip when you donate so much. So this does seem passe right now of him really pushing to see this clip, give me a certain amount of money.
It's the media share thing. It's $3 and you can have a text to speech message and blah blah blah. But what I think he was trying to do was similar to his Rumble Fridays as well. You send in $5 with a link to a video, and I'll play that and react to it. Like, dude, really? I mean,
you program my show and pay me for it. You paid me for the right to program my show.
Yeah, and I remember yelling at him about that. Well, not yelling. I called him out on it, and he was trying to flip it because it was specifically, again, a Donkey Lips video. And I was like, oh, now you're covering the same shit as Melton. And he was like, well, somebody sent me the link. I was like, oh, so you're even lazy and letting other people do your show. So you're a hack and lazy. You said it, not me. He did say that. And,
speaking of
he's always
type stuff, doing the exact same thing someone else is doing. God damn it, Shuley, a fucking Eric the Midget show. He actually has insight. It makes sense for Shuley to do an Eric the Midget show, but so you're not completely just ripping off something that someone else is already doing. What about a Whack Pack show in general? You have the insight on the entire Whack Pack, but he couldn't make that small little fucking mental leap because he's a complete goddamn hack who's like, ooh, Eric the Midget is hot over here. Let's bring it over here, and let's bring a well-liked Hollywood star who's just jumped into the Dabbleverse, who so far is getting all applause. Nothing against Adam Bush, but you got in with a fucking shyster who was this close to not being a hack with his new show.
Yeah, I know, and so I feel a little less about upsetting Shuley's audience. I'm more upset about hurting Uncle Jack's pocketbook. But we'll talk about that another day. I wanted to bring up what Cap said too. Cardiff's kids brought it up. It's pasta buckets. Like that's his favorite thing. So I just imagined like a bucket of KFC chicken, except it's pasta. And
okay,
that's Aaron's
thank you.
favorite dish.
I was going to address Johnny Blaze and Captain Miserables because I haven't heard of the pasta buckets. So this is like a local restaurant. Instead of a bucket of chicken, it's a bucket of pasta.
Yeah, it's more or less a joke, but yeah, I think I can't remember which. I think it was in NLO Discord. I posted a picture, an AI picture of a KFC bucket with pasta in it. It did a pretty good job.
Okay, so this might have originated with you, this pasta bucket.
I know Cardiff made the comment in the chat yesterday, Cardiff's kids, and
Okay, so
she had me rolling.
now
Yeah.
everyone's just
And
rolling with it. And Cardiff's
yeah,
kids, damn funny. Always happy to see Cardiff's kids over on the Spurgtopia Discord since I
just
lost track
so
since I
great.
disowned the Shuli chat. Oh, by the way, I did miss out on the chat here yesterday. I only had the video up while I was at work and taking notes on when to pull clips. So you mentioned you saw the chat. If there is anything to add, let me know.
Okay.
That welcome. You know how you fix a bad money night? With a good money day. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have a good money day. You guys are going to throw us a couple of bucks and we're going to have ourselves a nice little bounce back, a nice little recovery Tuesday. So everybody do what you can. Click the links that are in the chat, the Streamlabs, the PayPal, the Venmo. Let's jump on that early today. And the earlier we jump on that, the
If you are playing this as a drinking show, he just gave the biggest cue to take yourself a big ol' chug or a swig.
You'll give yourself alcohol poisoning. Be careful. Try to stick with liqueurs or mixed drinks if you're going to do a drinking to the steel toe. Okay.
Get your Coors Lights, not your IPAs. That has been my mistake with some drinking games of like, oh, I like IPAs, but I like IPAs because I like to sip on them over time. A drinking game, whoops.
High gravity.
less I really yap about it. Because, I'm a prideful man, and when you lose and you take an L, you think about it for the next show, So hopefully we don't have that problem today. Approachable says, so you're saying missing the goal is like AIDS. It's no longer a death sentence. It actually is kind of like AIDS. As the AIDS of my life clears up, the less the AIDS actually affects me. So yes, at one point, missing by $90 would be, oh, fuck, that's really shitty. That really, and now today it's kind of like, win some, lose some. Don't want to have too many of those, but what do you do? Q Anonymous says losing by 90 is not a killer. Funny how that works in the winter when you can't golf. Hey, wait a minute. When did golf ever have anything to do with any of? How dare you?
Putting that together very well. I figured it out. You're hitting the goal a similar amount of time, but it's very perceptive from that beloved chatter.
Yeah, no kidding. And I agree with Annie. Pride is his problem. It's one of many. And very astute. That's exactly it. He doesn't need as much cash. I don't know if he thinks we're all stupid or just some of his audience is stupid, or I don't know. How do you not know that his money is directly correlating to how he spends it? Like you mentioned, you bought a gaudy jacket earlier. He's like happy about it, and he'll talk about it. But now he's talking about how $90 ain't so bad. But if he takes too many losses, he's gonna lose something. Something's got to give. Lawn service is gone. He might be making minimum truck payments or whatever. Child support. This dude's got a lot of expense.
He might indeed be addicted to the stress. He's been doing it this way for so long. Principled uncertainty, believing he gets off on the stress, is an absolute valid point that he's just used to it. And it's kind of a high that you get when you get in certain moods. So I believe that. Good observation by principled uncertainty.
Yeah, yep, very, very good. Because I remember saying this story somewhere before. Like anger management back in the day used to be yell into a pillow or punch a punching bag, or take your anger out on something, which trains your brain to release endorphins. You get angry, and then there's a resolve that makes you feel better. So that's what I think it is. He gets a resolve of the goal to some degree, and it makes him feel better. Like he's like, "You guys got to help me out." And then when it happens, and I'm pretty sure we will get to a good example of that shortly here.
Stress management, anger management. I like that correlation. And let's go ahead and play that clip that Annie is quoting right here.
Just take the loss, Mr. Toeman.
Aaron will not take the loss. That Mr. Toeman is not into it.
Let's go to the chat, and then let's make some money today. That's what we're doing today. We're recovering from last night. We're making a shitload of money. This is what Johnny sent me yesterday. This is what everybody's getting for every time someone drops $20.
It's so good.
We have the gay wrestling clips for the $20. What I found curious is that Aaron wants to do all gay wrestling clips for all levels. Like, I would want something from TV Funhouse at one of the levels if I were doing what he was doing.
Oh, yeah, especially the monogamy one. Too bad that doesn't...
Monogamy is for bundles of sticks. Aaron is not careful about these words that YouTube doesn't like. There's some censored out a bit later. I am being careful because I'm playing the game. I've got one soft strike on me right now that expires at the beginning of February, March, for watching a public domain movie. I also got temporarily suspended yesterday, the stream, because they were like, oh, hey, you can't react to this. Same thing with Aaron. He was watching a Macho Man clip yesterday, and that's the cream of the crop Macho Man clip. Can't be that they're knocking that shit down. So
yeah,
can't have that as one of the goal points.
It just happened to me on the Primus stream last time we spoke on stream. Last Wednesday we were talking about the nerd. I was like, yeah, I got a Primus playlist ready to go, and I got through almost every song except for the very last one. That's when they got pissed and shut it down, and that's what happens. Yeah, it just makes the stream unavailable. You stop what you're playing, and it'll come back after about a few minutes.
Or if you don't stop it, I gotta have this second stream going in case. Since we've got one more wrestling clip coming up. He went through a fucking bunch of them, but two of them I felt were relevant enough to clip for today.
And WWE is not something to screw around with. Vince McMahon will come for his money.
Not at all. They are very protective of their content. So that's something I was like, I can't do a wrestling show with clips. Even Botchamania has had to change how they do their clips because he kept taking the shits down. And he figured out the ins, outs, and what's have yous to show wrestling botches without being taken down every single time.
I wonder if somebody's got a video about that. Like, this is the best way to do clipping, so you don't get in trouble.
I would like to know, because I would really like to do this with the Angry Video Game Nerd movie. I actually, the script that I rediscovered, I have it pretty far along, and I can't do it on YouTube the way it currently is. I'm like, oh, this is really fun. All these clips I'm going to have on there. It's a Rumble exclusive, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Especially with language, though. I think it'll get a little raunchy as well. Real quick, I want to say shout outs to Captain Miserable yesterday had me cracking up in the chat. We were talking about things that Tattlettoe was one of the captains said yesterday that really had me going, that because he snitched on Nick and Kayla in April. It's for sure.
Everyone in the polycule, he gave it what, 2 weeks before he tattled on everyone. Oh, and Citizen M caught a lot of shrapnel yesterday too. Aaron is not a fan.
I saw a post this morning relating to that on Twitter. Yeah, Citizen M too, dude.
It sounds like Aaron believes you're trying to make a real doll out of him. If you are, that's hilarious. If not, he believes it's true.
That's the best part, because he will buy almost everything hook, line, and sinker. Almost.
I still love it. It's still so gay. So gay. I wonder if there's not more clips from that clip, like that. What do you call it? Compilation? Yeah. No, that compilation. To see if we could get like a 5, a 10, a 30, a 40, because there's a lot of good. This is gonna sound weird. There's a lot of good gay stuff in there, in that compilation,
which would have been great 5 years ago, as I mentioned. This now, the way Principled Uncertainty put it here, I wish there was another way to watch these clips. It seems passe at this point to play those clips for $50 a pop.
Yeah, I agree. And again, not to bring it up too much, but Shuli does the same thing. The Frog has like a tier list. If there's 10 gifted memberships, we play this thing, and he would play it, and it's just an arrangement of sound effects, and in a similar fashion, they all sound pretty homoerotic. It's very strange.
Oh, so he's going for the same thing Aaron is. It's just, I guess I never thought about it until I saw this yesterday from Aaron, that this was a great idea not that long ago in the past. But now it's not cutting edge anymore.
No, and it was really effective when it was the IRL streamers that had like the Bluetooth speaker strapped to their, so somebody could play a raunchy message and it's got to play, and you're sitting on a patio outside a coffee shop, and everybody's you get a live reaction of all these goofs. That's something totally different. He's just trying to play silly little clips too, notice me, senpai, little, or like you just played, take the loss, Mr. Toeman, for a donation. Oh, you have super chat. I like that better, where it's like, thanks for the super chat, or something like that.
DJ Electra for the super chat jingles that I do have in here. In fact, Patrick Melton has taken what Aaron's doing to the next logical step with the AI voices. That does seem new and fun. Instead of playing the clip or the obviously AI voice that will say the N-bomb and the F slur very loud in public, the AI voice is like the new progression of what he's doing right here, which is just a bit late.
Yeah, he is definitely back in time.
Which is everything, actually. I've called him 1999 man quite a few times, because that's his style, is the 1999 shock jock, which has come to bite him in the ass while he's trying to negotiate actual regular radio gigs, which they must be paying like garbage. There are layoffs happening all the time.
Dude, it's over. The radio is done. And he wants to go back on radio. It's wild to me. It's like, do you not understand? He's got an audience. He just needs to, again, to sound like a broken record, get rid of that. I want to find, somebody needs to super chat him $1 and ask how much to get rid of the steel toe placard and rebrand the show. How much?
Because he will take those. We've got some of that later. You give me this much, and you will get that. He is absolutely up to negotiate if you give him a certain amount of money to change stuff around.
Yeah, that'll be the way to do it.
I actually, talking of jobs in radio, sometimes I do look at him with the rose-colored glasses, growing up a radio fan and thinking, I would like a job in radio, but I bet I make more now working my shitty whatever job than I would working in radio.
Yeah, especially with advertising. There's nobody doing it anymore. The last time I was listening to a radio at work, about 5 or 6 years ago, they were advertising radio space advertising. You can still reach about 8,000 to 12,000 people with a radio ad. It's like, dude, if you're advertising,
like the billboard that's blank. Yeah. Advertise here. That wasn't a thing when we grew up. There was no space. Everyone already bought all the ad space. You could advertise here.
That's what I mean. Like, and like local businesses, I think it's like $800, and you get 3 reads a week or something. Like 800 every week. but I don't think it's going to drive businesses like it used to. You know, you're not in the car like, I'm hungry, and then fucking Perkins ad comes on, and you're like, all right, let's go there. It just don't work that way.
Citizen M, Aaron believes that M wants to punch him in the face. In reality, M loves the guy. Steel Toe is like if Tommy Wiseau did a morning show telethon. What a show, Mark.
Yeah, exactly. I just, speaking of watch-alongs, that was Nimrod just did that a couple of days ago, or maybe last week. I think it was The Room, which I had seen for the first time.
Yeah, I'm having fun over there. After work, I dropped into their Skinamax Theater over there on Rumble. And as much as we'll goof on Rumble, I do need to start a Rumble because there's stuff I would like to do and put somewhere. If I can't put it here in the YouTube Vag, I guess I'm going to go with the Rumble ass. I asked you to let me do this, YouTube. I had to go outside the relationship.
There's no YouTube analies.
And then here is the ultimate, the $50 donation clip, video and audio that people get. Here it is, the creme de la creme. I'm so glad we have this. Thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Oh, he cut it out. That's one of my favorite clips ever.
Oh, he did not cut it out. I cut it out for my channel.
Oh, you did. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, fair. Okay. That is such a great promo right there, because you know Booker T is just in the fucking moment. I'm coming for you, mother. You know, he wants to really. He was really letting it go.
I remember watching that live when it happened. Or actually, no, my buddy had one of those illegal cable boxes and VHS taped it, brought it over the next day. And Booker starts up and like holds his head. And then you have the sensational Sherry like rubbing him like, yeah, everyone heard, we're live. But that is very Aaron to pay $50 to get an N-bomb.
And he might get it. That was I think it might have been last night. There's a new super chatter that was donating last night. All's Fair in Love and War. One name. 253 donations. And everybody thinks it's Slam Piece. Slam Bag? Slam Pig. One of those. One of those three people.
Who is, I think he talked to her at some point during yesterday's episode. He talked to someone off screen for a quick moment. I believe she's worked her way in to the behind the scenes of Steel Toe. And Aaron's like, oh, that's no problem. The problem was that April was on air. Not the fact we were working closely together behind the scenes in real life and saw each other way too much. La, la, la.
Yeah, because he's not going to learn from his mistake like a normal person would, I think.
He thinks he did. She's not on air. So that's the lesson that he gleamed. It was gleamed? I think I used that word right.
Gleam.
I may have made up a word right there. I'd have to check
I'm
my
fine with it.
thesaurus. Sometimes I try to use those fancy $2 words, and I fall on my face there.
I'm not great at it. I'm terrible at spelling, and I play word games all day.
That's what you get for $50.
He gets opinionated.
Let me see if we can find some more.
Seth Rollins, I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard.
I'm coming for you, boy. I'm coming hard. I'm thinking maybe that's a $10 donation candidate. I think.
Okay.
Maybe there.
And then, yeah, it's quite a few minutes of going over that compilation of different wrestling clips. I think this is after he got taken off the air for a quick moment. And here's some more talk on giving us money, and then we'll play a clip.
There's some candidates in there. I don't know. You guys can decide. So again, we got our 20 clip. We got our 50 clip. First person to throw in 100 today gets to pick what the 100 clip's going to be. And hopefully we get that because like I said last night, Last night, you can't. No, I don't want to hear from Pants Maestro.
Here's some of the wheelin' dealin'. The first person to give $100, we play a video clip of your choosing, and that's the $100 clip forever. So come on, 100.
Yeah, he's letting the patients run the asylum, I think. And he's going to come to regret it, but he wants that money so bad.
So he's got a wheelin' deal to get that coming in.
Yeah, and he's coming up with every other gimmick that he could think of. And like you mentioned, the best one he picked was a 5-year-old one, or at least that.
This is still just making me think, the way he's acting makes me think he needs to be a salesman. This is someone trying to make a fucking sale, trying to bring it in, sell that unpainted furniture out at Unpainted Arizona, Aaron. You can do it much better than this. I believe in you.
Yeah, Unpainted Arizona. I'm sorry. It's such a good, joke place to, Unpainted Arizona. Perfect. Because I
said it once, and now I've said it every single time since.
I like it. I still think of him in a tweed jacket doing used car sales, but those don't really exist as like they do in the past. You know, he's not going to be selling me a 84 Lincoln, but I think he would.
Oh, he'd try. He could try to sell you that 84 Lincoln, and maybe like George Costanza tell you that it was a former actor's car. This was John Voight's car. This 84 Lincoln, John Voight once owned.
It's such a good episode too. Sorry, I'm getting giggly now. I better cut it out.
Pro and Andrew's son today, because it was not a Johnny issue last night. It was Aaron got his ass kicked last night. $2 from Fredo says, who sniped Keanu? I don't know. I just saw a tweet and someone had taken a screenshot and there were like 4 different shows watching Keanu. I have no idea. Excuse me. I have no idea what any of the shows are. McBuster says the Melton Minion gay F words and that disgusting hag mom Lemmy spend hours trolling for nothing. They love Aaron. A lot of people love him. Recorded in heavyweight history. All right, let's get into some things today. Thank you guys for indulging me. And thank you to Doorman for making all of this possible with his $100 to start the
Doorman with the $100. I never did hear his choice for what the $100 clip would be, or Aaron reach out to him any further. What's the $100 clip? So that's still up in the air what the $100 clip will be.
Yeah, he tends to overshoot. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe as Uncle Jack pointed here, Gino Bisconti showing his balls could be the $100 clip. Goodbye, Gino's channel. I actually did go. I forget if it was Doom or Stallion 19. One of the beloved Clippers had a few Gino Bisconti. I was like, should we cover Gino again? I turned it on and turned it off within like a second and a half of like, nope, I can't do that voice. I could do it that once. If he does something extremely foolish, which I guess he did, maybe we will.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah, I turned it on. And
that was the end all. That he did that trick you can only do once on YouTube.
He forgot. Yeah, those compound uncensored clips. Maybe I should take a look over them before I just blindly upload everything to this very strict format.
It tells you how much he remembered working at Compound. He totally didn't remember that. Otherwise, he would, But, nothing was lost. Nothing of value was lost so far. Real quick, while we're still on Gino, though, there was a good point made yesterday that he is very aware of how little numbers he can draw now. Like, when he had the Shield of Compound Media, he thought he was doing good shit. He's king shit because he was getting paid. If he's getting paid, they got to be making money.
He was the boss's good drinking buddy. And now he sees how far that boss's drinking buddy got him. I did not believe that Gino was bringing in the audience to be paid his worth. And now that's being proved that, yep, you're just a level above me. You're still just slightly above me, who is, yes, still trying to find my footing and an audience.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He didn't really fall. He never really climbed either. So he's just where he is. Same with Aaron. He's just kind of where he is now.
I would like to see Aaron with the alfalfa hairdo A. Smith. Just let that widow's peak grow, and whoop, I approve.
The show off today. $250 away from today's goal. Let's make that happen, man. Let's do 200 by in the next hour and 15, 100 by 9 o'clock, and then knock this thing out at the end of the day and call it another win for the toe. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Rumble Rants, etc. Thank you. A lot of hot takes on Daniel Penny yesterday.
That was just a quick goal talk.
Much to add.
I didn't even get all of them. I have a bunch of clips, and there's a few of these that are just real quick goal talk. Actually, let me go to this Sly bag. It's a real quick one. He slips this in real quick
For the view.
They know what they have. They have a view clip. It's the only thing worth the view doing.
So
Not the whole view.
what's going to happen here, while you guys throw 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks at us each, is Whoopi Goldberg's going to tell us, hey, ignore Donald Trump's bullshit during the holiday season. Whoopi's position is going to be, hey, enjoy your family this holiday season.
He keeps talking about the view. That gave me quite a giggle of that real quick. What we're going to do, and here's what you're going to do while we do this, is you're going to give us some money. What we're going to do is watch the view.
Very much the Kevin Nealon subliminal man. So we're going to
It
get into this
absolutely
news
was.
story. You're going to give me $25, and then we're going to talk about the weather when you give me $50 more, and then just like he's trying to brainwash everybody. And yeah, P.T. Barnum, right? A sucker born every minute.
If he
Yeah,
starts
I'm
doing-
guessing.
If he starts picking up that pathological liar character, I like it. That's something that's his own unique style. Well, he does have his own unique style because no one starts out with Streamlabs except for Aaron. But yeah, maybe if you're looking to retool the way that you beg for money, that pathological liar, that's a good path to go down.
Much to Adam Simon with $1. Coyote, Nevada says, thanks for the beautiful full Christmas ham. Wow, Johnny, you're in the ham business.
I didn't know. I'm not in the ham business. Why do people keep thinking I'm going to hook them up with meat?
Well, thanks for the
I don't have any meat to give them.
Thanks for the $4.99, buddy. 225 away from today's goal. That's better. Let's get it down under 200 before 8 o'clock.
He really is starting to get rid of some of that stress. That was, did you see the calming in him? Oh, that's better.
5 away from
Yeah.
today's goal. That's better. Let's.
You can hear it. Better. Like he's, I'm not lying. Like the Norm Macdonald. No, I don't.
That sigh
No.
of relief there. That's
Yeah,
better.
That's better. Let's get it down under 200 before 8 o'clock, and then we're going to feel a lot better about hopefully not having 2 L's. Fucking 2 shows in a row. Paul
That's
with
what he's scared
$5
of.
says, just because don't.
He's actually been quite upfront of how insecure he is with double L's. Even though it doesn't matter as much as it did, the $90, so we missed, but not twice in a row. For God's sake, not twice in a row!
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. That's the shortness of serenity now, insanity later. It's 2 missed goals.
No, I love just
Thank
because
you, Paul.
donos. That's very sweet of you. So now we're 220 away. Drop in that fucking 20 and get your Jake the Snake Roberts drop. How about that? Let's go ahead and hammer this thing out and keep it going. 220 away from today. Recover from our fail last night, as it were. Okay, so this next story we got, I'm hoping I don't want to have to babysit the goal in order to get a little $25 rally going. So
You just said babysit the goal?
Yes, he did. He's got the goal
All right.
there in the living room. He's a stay-at-home goaler.
Goal dad.
So he's doing his show while the gold is there in the playpen with all its toys. You can't have the loud toys goal during the show, but you can get those back at the end. So no rattle. Babysit the goal. Yes, he did say that.
I'm imagining like a swaddled baby baggy monster. You know, like that's the goal now. He's trying to take care of. This is ridiculous. He is obsessed with it.
That's what he's babysitting. It's the baggy monster baby that he's babysitting that goal for.
That's the name of it. It's the goal. Baggy monster and its child, the goal.
I don't want to just straight up steal Blind Mike's bit. I am getting tempted to just go into the baggy monster, Aaron. Fantastic.
It's gotta bother him.
I'm now trying not to steal that bit because that's a good. Oh yeah, Aaron. Aaron apparently does not like the baggy monster. Like just something that came out of him trying to say the goal in different ways. I haven't said it this way. Trying to be cute. Aaron thinks he's cute, and he's trying to be cute about the baggy monster. But whoops.
So this next story we got, I'm hoping I don't want to have to babysit the goal in order to get a little $25 rally going. So I'm going to move on to the next story. But hopefully you guys feel like we're doing well enough to go ahead and contribute to the show. Again, if your problem with the show is too much begging, remember that is not in my control. That is 100% in your control, not mine. So let's go to this DUI. These are my favorites.
Oh, he dropped two really fun bombs there of babysitting the goal. And it's like a G.I. Joe PSA of half the battle. Rather Smokey the Bear. Only you can control begging.
Dude.
That is 100% in your control, not mine. So let's go to this DUI. These are my favorites. DUI body cam videos of famous people.
And then back into his show.
That's what, see what I mean? Like he just changes. It's like he has an affliction. It's an affliction. Affectation. It's something. So you guys, I'm just $5, $10 super chat should be rolling in. We're doing a show 53 minutes. I haven't seen one come in yet. That's not my problem that I'm talking about. It's your problem for not sending us money. I can't buy that as a serious thing. Stop sending him money. Only dollars at a time. If he wants a $350 goal, he should get $351 super chats. That's it. He should be relegated to low dollar amounts.
He would love that rally. He loves himself a good rally.
You know what? You're right. That might actually incentivize him because he would keep getting that hit. Another $5. He would. At least it would stop him from talking about anything else.
Yeah, with those $1 at a time, like he's not getting a nice, good, thick line like Sam Kinison was, but he's taking just constant key bumps with that dollar at a time.
This is awful. Aaron is an awful person.
If he just has a key bump like twice an hour, that's not going to do any good. He wishes he would have had that big fat line, but key bump, key bump, key bump. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll eventually start piling up. Yeah, oh man, that could be a problem.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you guys did hit 200 by 8 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That is a legit reaction.
That's what I mean.
The word performative has been going around our community a lot. That was not performative. That was legit relief.
Same when he hit that high note earlier too. He's like, "Oh, thank you." Like we know you need it.
We got
man.
a sigh of relief earlier. We got like a yes. That was more like the touchdown that the team needed. Yes, versus that sigh of relief we got earlier.
Right. You got more room than just the field goal lead. Man.
8 o'clock.
No, just go ahead, man. He's out of control.
Fuck, thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like I adequately describe it to you, but sometimes I feel like I don't adequately describe it to you, how important that is to me and how much it means when you got.
We can tell. You've stated it to a point. We can tell.
Guys,
Yeah,
knock out those little pieces throughout the show. Thank you to Coltrane. He says, here is some shut the fuck up bucks for the goal. Well, guess what? I have to shut the fuck up till 9 o'clock now. I can't mention the goal unless you guys donate. Jesse.
I don't think Mr. Z is here today. He's always asking for a shot of Rue. So, unfortunately, Mr. Z, you missed the pussy shot for the week.
That's exactly a cat thing. Somebody begging for the cat's attention. Cat's like, nah, I'll stay on the bed. As soon as they're not around, hey, where'd he go?
Oh yeah,
Come look
Mr.
at me.
Z. Whenever he comes in, he would like to see the cat, and she is not giving a fuck. She is either out of sight or way far away from me.
The body says, good morning, cripple. How much to call it the cripple morning show for the entire week? If you knock out the rest of today's goal and tonight's goal, I'll call it the cripple show for the rest of the week, which would be
Wheelin' Dealin' Aaron, you have offered me up a deal. You want me to give my show a demeaning title for the rest of the week. Here is the price.
Yep, $500.
That is the price to call it the. I wish I could say that word. I guess I could say that word. Nothing bad happened to me on the streams where I called myself a half an F, but I see the landscape of YouTube. It's better not to.
Yeah, some people say there's rules. You get like 3 of them or something like that. Like you can say certain things a few times before they
like
really.
the PG-13 movie, you can say fuck once.
Once.
And as bad of a movie as Be Cool was, they did have that fun joke of John Travolta in the beginning saying, a PG-13 movie, you can only say the F word once. I mean, fuck that. And that was the only time the F word was used in the Get Shorty sequel.
185, 180. It would be 300.
Question?
Get Shorty had a sequel?
Be Cool was the sequel to Get Shorty. It was one of The Rock's first movies after The Scorpion King.
Okay. That's why I didn't see it.
$80, and we'll call it the cripple show for the rest of the week. Danger Bale Wolf Turtle with $5 says, Aaron is gay. Johnny, you should give one of those gorilla cum glazed hams for Christmas. I'm sure it's an acquired taste, and Aaron would love it. He's saying I drink cum so that I'm going to love the cum hams.
I like that clip too.
Cum?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't heard that rumor?
No, I haven't heard that one before.
Shut up.
The clip of him drinking cum? Have I missed something?
No, I want that him of tasting the cum hams or whatever he just said. That was kind of funny.
Okay. Clip that part there. I thought you were what he was talking about, not what he actually just said of eating up the cum hams.
Yeah, that's funny to me. I don't know why it's funny.
If anyone wants it, we weren't talking through it, so you got that one clean of him talking about eating the cum hams.
We'll see. What I have heard, and this is only what I've heard.
I've tasted a lot of semen.
So I don't know.
Oh, he's got one
You know
of
what
his
I've
own.
been saying lately.
What?
But if you want to talk about sucking Jew dicks,
Fred Luce with $9.99 says, a little help from the UK. Love.
See, that drop is on 1999 man's board. You're not supposed to have that on your 2024 board. Not the way the censors are now.
The show, fellas. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate that. All right, so now we're 180 away from today. That means we're under 200 by 8 o'clock. I have to shut the fuck up until 9. So you guys keep contributing, because if it's under 100 by 9 o'clock, by the top of the next hour, I have to shut the fuck up till 9:55. No more money talk. So Go ahead, throw in a few bucks. Thank you guys very much. All right.
So we're done with goal talk until the top of the hour. I think I included the timestamp in the rest of these clips to
by the way,
see when he is indeed begging at the next point.
Thank you, Grand Poobah. I said everybody should click the link and throw in a few bucks. Yeah. And I said I don't want to see where just one person throws in a couple.
Oh, there it was. It went too quick. 58. So he almost made it to the next hour. He just rounded up a little bit. He kept his promise as long as you round up of begging.
Yeah, he's like, it's 2 minutes in. Why not? We got a break now. Let's do it.
It's basically 9.
Yeah,
that's in a couple. And guess what?
He has so many rules. he makes up arbitrary rules for himself. I was gonna just say that because like he's constantly having to put himself in some type of construct to make his own life difficult.
But we've come to find out that the final 5 minutes, if you're going to watch anything at all, are the 5 minutes. Those are the hardcore. If we have not hit the goal, it's just big city for the last 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, it gets really bad.
That's the rule he's made for himself, is the last 5 minutes will be begging if we have not yet hit the goal.
Aggressive begging.
I got one person throwing in a couple. Now I'm panicking. 165 away from today's goal. 3 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We're nowhere near $100. Throw in some money. Keep this show going. It's gonna. Look. I didn't want to lose last night and then have a beggy day today. And then we started off.
I lost last night. It can't happen twice in a row, folks. It can't. No. It can happen once. Good old Johnny Dangerously there. I missed the goal once, Johnny. Once.
I agree with principal uncertainty. If that is true, that's a scumbaggy thing to say.
Well, really. Aaron, if it was Aaron's decision not to have Johnny in the basement, I'm sure it was framed like he's doing him a favor because he's differently abled. His legs don't work good. So having you come up and down these stairs, it's really for your benefit that I'm asking you don't come over my house.
Yeah, that's exactly how he would phrase it too. But like, let me do you a favor. Stay home.
That is legit. I missed him saying that. Principled uncertainty. That isn't speculation. That is for realsies.
That's awful, dude. That's so awful. I can't stand to look at your retarded legs. So stay home.
So
but
he
you're
didn't
still
even,
my friend.
He didn't even frame it like he was doing him a favor. It's like no, you're too sad to look at, Johnny. I can't be in the same room with you. My vibe will be all fucked up seeing that a human lives his life this way. Being in a different location, I don't physically see your struggle, so my energy is good for the show.
Yeah, I can keep my positive vibe when I don't see somebody just wasting away next to me.
Last night and then have a beggy day today. And then we started off with that $100 from Doorman. And I was like, good, we're not going to have a beggy day. That sucks. We're going to have a beggy day. And I refuse to lose twice in a row. So we're going to make this thing go. So we got a lot of stories left. If you'd rather hear stories more than someone begging at you, throw $5-10 at the fucking toe.
Because remember, it's up to you how much begging is done in this program. Only you can prevent steel toe begging.
No, that's not true. Because even if he hit the goal, he's going to push for the next goal. Can we get a quad four? Yeah, he's going to keep going. No matter what he's doing, he's going to keep going.
We absolutely have covered that, where he covered several shows in a row, and he's just overwhelmed. Oh my God, can we do 4? Can we do 5?
Yeah, that money's all long gone. He probably paid his bills for a month that week.
He could have got some nice chili dogs for the same amount that he could have gotten a bucket of pasta.
Let's make this thing work. Jay-Z's attorney, again, I'm not in charge of the begging. You are. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, filed docs Monday morning, asking the judge to make the plaintiff reveal herself.
And just on to the next story, talking about the Jay-Z trial coming up. Well, not the Jay-Z trial, the Diddy trial that Jay-Z might be roped into there.
Uh-oh. Him and Beyonce were trafficking children's.
And they kept
Allegedly.
their nose clean for quite a while. A lot of people, but that's how Diddy helped keep his nose clean. All these freakouts, I got them on VHS. I got them on DVD. I got them in the cloud. I got them in every format. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I want to see what happens here. This is going to get wild, that Diddy case. I don't know what to do. I haven't really watched. I'm not a big P. Diddy fan. So, this is not out of the realm for me. It's not like I followed his career and
he was a producer, and then he was featured on a lot of his tracks because he showed up in the beginning. Bad boy.
Yeah.
And that was his contribution.
Yeah, like I felt like he was a notorious big coat rider. I never really. And like you said, he was more of a producer.
That was actually a joke. That I don't know if it was one of the chatters or Johnny Crutches that said yesterday, Jay-Z got his 100th problem, and a bitch is now one. So it was.
Yep.
It was from someone yesterday that did indeed notice that fun little word play. Just waiting to be gobbled up.
It's my Anna Navarro impression. Thank you very much. That's what do we do?
150 to the bid. He peed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
115 away from today's goal. Keep it going, kids. You're doing great. We got 30 minutes until we rattle the cans and try to beg our way to prosperity, or you guys can knock out that 115 right now. Sounds good to me. No, Doom Clone, we're not going to unban Citizen M. Do you know what a weird pervert that fucking guy is?
And then, as we talked about earlier, he goes off for a while on how he believes that Citizen M wants to know all the dimensions to Aaron's body for some type of fuck doll or something.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. That's funny, though. Citizen M is like the most soft-spoken. Like, I imagine him to be a well-mannered individual, except he does all this other weird stuff that nobody knows about. He's like that nice host guy at the restaurant, and he just sits you at your seat. Except he's cutting all these videos behind the scene. I don't know. It's funny to me.
Just so you know. By the way, $95 away from our goal. Fucking get it, guys. We're $95 away. I'm not losing 2 shows in a row. Thank you, Trucker 18-Wheeler, for that $20 shot in the arm. 95 away. Everybody get in. We're knocking out $95. Go for it. Get it done. I don't care how we get it done. If it's beggy, beg, as long as I'm not losing the evening show and the morning show. Thank you, guys. Let's see how this ends.
I can win. I can lose one, but not both.
Yeah, real quick. Let me see if they'll let me share.
Should be able to share.
Where is it? Window. There we go. Ba-boom. Jare. There we go. That's the pasta bucket picture for you.
It looks very, very festive. The pasta bucket. It's a seasonal pasta bucket with all the reds and greens.
Yep, got a little bit of fried chicken in there, some Parmesan cheese. There's a nice little bow tie right in the middle. I think AI did pretty good with this one.
Very much like that could be an edible arrangement of pasta.
So I think we might have a new financial venture on our hands. We can do pasta buckets.
That's actually something that should have been done by now. Fried chicken in buckets, and then just no one else picked up on the bucket format to feed your family.
The closest thing is the like lo mein in the takeout boxes, which I don't see many of those anymore. Those cardboard takeout boxes.
Yeah, the cardboard takeout boxes, which I didn't know until the internet told me. You just fold them out, and it's a plate. Don't need to get your own all messy.
I didn't know. I just learned something today. Great, thank you for that, Dylan. That's pretty cool.
There was out in Burbank an absurdist wrestling promotion with a wrestler called Chow Mein Charlie, and it was a guy in one of those takeout like human sizes, and that's he couldn't do a fucking thing. He's just wearing this giant to-go box the
Right.
entire match. He can't even get into the ring. Like he was struggling to get into the ring with this big chow mein costume that he's wearing the entire time.
I gotta find that. That's too funny.
Ooh, Star Chunksta. His hometown has a spaghetti in a bucket restaurant.
Yeah,
And it was
that's
the
somebody
name of the
mentioned that
restaurant.
earlier.
It
Was
sounds
that
like
him?
a hot dog on a stick from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It sounds like something that existed in a sitcom, spaghetti in a bucket.
So the mall that was my local mall, it was corn dog on a stick. It what didn't say hot dog, it said corn dog, and then they had on a stick. Like, do they come any other way? Except
That's
on a
the
stick.
only way
'Cause
I've
that's-
ever known a corn dog to come.
All right. Phrasing.
Except when the corn dog comes in my hand before I'm ready for it in my mouth. Hey-o.
The cheese-filled ones.
And I think that's an American thing. I do remember our buddy Mr. Blue Sky saying he had never heard of a corn dog. And another thanks to him for the theme song for this show, as well as the one for our James Rolfe Goofing On show. Looking forward to reading. We do need to take that book at a leisurely pace. Every other week, I can get through it. A chapter a week, nope, not happening.
Fair enough. I agree. Yeah, it's a slog.
People keep giving money and asking me. I feel like I'm not. Like
I'm not entirely sure on what's going on, but I think I think I get it.
I know we're $90 away from today's goal. Thank you very much. Now, wait a minute. I did say earlier that if we made $385, that we would call the show the fucking Cripple Show for the rest of the week. But Kyle just billed us $385. That's not.
Oh, silly Kyle. He's wheeling dealing here. He's not giving you money. And before we get away from the bucket talk, A. Smith says there's a By the Bucket in Phoenix.
That's who mentioned it earlier. It was I was reading that and I was like, "What? There's an actual bucket pasta place? Wow!"
So out in Phoenix is where this bucket revolution is taking place.
I'm saying, like, with no sauce, just a bucket of spaghetti, like boiled spaghetti, like 6 quarts of it. I don't think I could eat all that.
Oh, and then you have the different sauces separate. Like you've got your Alfredo sauce in one, you've got your tomato sauce in another, your Maryland special Old Bay sauce in another one.
Yeah, dude, I think we got a thing here. We might have a food truck idea where it's just pasta out the door.
Oh, it's been a long
That's
time since
cheap
I
and
had
effective.
a harebrained food truck scheme, and I used to have quite a bit of them because out in Los Angeles, it's food truck city, so I had quite a few harebrained food truck schemes. The bucket truck, I like that scheme.
Yeah, I think we got something. It might work.
That's not how that works.
No, we're not going to give you $385 to call ourselves the fucking Cripple Show. And by the way, right now that's only $290 because I said today and tonight's goal. So $290 and we call ourselves the fucking Cripple Show for the rest of the week. Kyle, I'm not going to pay you that money.
Chipping away at it, just a little more for us to call our show a demeaning thing for the rest of the week. $290 more.
You pay
Specifically as co-host, you know. That's why he'll do it. If I call it the Aaron Fucktard Hour, he would not go for that. You know,
You have to have an equal or harder hit to Johnny Crutches if we're going to call it a demeaning name of me.
Right.
Backwards, man. Yeah, Bigot on socialist media says, nice try. Indeed, nice try. $90 away from today's goal and 10 minutes before we rattle the cans. So, guys,
We haven't been rattling the cans. This hasn't been rattling the cans right here. That's coming in 10 minutes.
That's like, oh, you thought this was going to hurt? Oh, it's really going to hurt now. It's like, God damn, dude.
throw a couple of bucks in. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, and gifted memberships. Let's fucking go and knock out that last $90.
Chuck a buck in his bucket. Ooh, all this bucket talk. I'm going to need to put that panhandler on the clips. And a thank you to Hack Ride Studios for the $3 super sticker. And it is a thumbs up. I will be appearing over on Hack Ride this Friday. It's a members only show unboxing Gold Dust. So looking forward to joining the panel to talk about Gold Dust on the Stern Show, because I do have way too much prior knowledge on the subject. So I can fill in the gaps of what the fuck was this? Because for a lot of people, they don't know what the hell Gold Dust was, other than making fun of Tourette's people at the time.
I'm gonna have to watch that too, because I really enjoy the unboxing Eric, and Blue Iris is the other one that they were doing some stuff on. And Luigi Greenberg, he was Skeptical Robot. I've been watching that too. Like I'm getting far away from Dabble stuff and Imholte kind of stuff.
That is
my sanity is better.
It's a good show concept. The Skeptical Robot, just going after the Warrens case by case and being straight out of the box. Like, these are frauds. This is their big fraud case, the Amityville Horror. Now let's go to their lesser fraud cases.
Right. And a lot of people do know the Amityville Horror and the Annabelle doll. They were talking about one where they flew to Europe to insert themselves into a case. It's like, geez, Louise, they were definitely hard grifted. And Imholte would have been proud.
And come to find out, like the Annabelle and the Conjuring, there wasn't much to that. Luigi said, I wasn't even sure if I could make a full episode out of this, because it's just nothing there. It's just the Warrens being the fucking Warrens again.
Yep. And their House of Curios, they just had a bunch of weird shit in a building. It was kind of neat. But it was like Aaron, it's just a constant, I gotta be here to do this to make that money. And I can't. Bigfoot died.
Well, hopefully there will be some little feet that can come fill our hearts with the unknown, since Bigfoot has passed. It's unfortunate to hear. Luigi has another note about they weren't invited to England to investigate. They weren't invited. They just showed up.
Yep. Like, who the hell are you? And England's got its own set of weird things. There was I forget what they had. It was a Commodore 64, and somebody was talking from the past to the future. They said they were talking through the computer back in the day.
Stod Chunksta, Luigi Greenberg absolutely does not believe in ghosts. I am a crazy person and do believe in spirits. Actually, when I made my appearance on the train wreck with Helga and Lisa, Helga and I got on like a 10-minute rant of talking just a very matter of fact about ghosts and like what they're doing here on Earth. So I do have some parallel thinking with Helga Man. I haven't had such a scary realization since I covered Val Venus and agreed with him the entire episode. He just says his point's a little too insane, but I was like, oh, fuck. I agree with everything this mentally insane person is saying. Except that.
At least you're self-aware.
Yeah, right. 99 out of 100 on agreeing with what this crazy person who is terrorizing a local court in Las Vegas I got to be careful. I am just this close to belonging in an asylum.
That's where you want to be, though. Just right on the cusp.
It is indeed, Star Chunkster. It is. It is.
And Marble Arms with $5. Thank you very much. So that's another 25 off the goal. Where are we? $65 away from today. Thank you very much. Go ahead, guys. Keep going. We're doing great. $65 away. I want to get it.
Okay, he's not believing it here. I think I'm able to figure out when Aaron, like his legit sigh of relief, his legit yes that we had earlier. No, you're not believing what you're saying here. This is performative. The other two were not.
Right.
Guys,
No,
keep
and he
going.
does that. He gets performative.
Ooh,
But you can always
on Friday's Skeptical Robot. Before we get back to this performative begging versus that legit happiness of begging we saw earlier in the episode.
We're doing great. $65 away. I want to get inside of $50 so we don't have to do that 5-minute beggy shit at the end of the show. Get us inside of 50 and let's call it another win for the toe. What do you say? Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, etc.
What do we say? I know what I say about that.
Just take the loss, Mr. Toe Man.
take it.
All the links are in the chat. And like I said, we're only $65 away from another win for the toe. So I think I've made it clear. By the way, Mr. Beat, fact-checking my Andrew Jackson joke, says there was no FBI back then. Thank you. Thank you. Criminal investigators released an interim report, or congressional investigators, not criminal. Well, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Freudian slip.
By the way, Trucker 18-wheeler is now in second place.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
here we
This
go.
is his new thing.
Yeah, this is like when I initially cut this clip, I cut it right there, and it was like, oh, there's more. There was a little interlude where he wasn't begging. He was like, all right, we were doing a show. Let's talk about that again. The audit. This is auditing his super chatters. This is dark side Phil shit right here. Of does the top person get anything? Do they get a Stoney's gift certificate for the top super chatter of the week or the month or something? I didn't hear what the top super chatter gets, but this just absolutely piqued me up. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Adding up all of the super chat money.
And he lists who's got the most in so far. We've been trained since kindergarten for this kind of shit. When you get a gold sticker next to your name, I swear that's what's going on here. That's the gimmick. It's like, oh, so and so, Captain Miserable, another $20. He's up to 80. Are you gonna let him do that to you, Johnny Blaze? Oh, here comes another 10 from Johnny Blaze. It's 70 to 80. It's like a competition. It's like a score. He's gamifying donating to him.
He treats his viewers like children
it's a race.
quite often. Yeah. That's why the beggy monster just rolled out of his mouth without thinking of it. Because he was like, all right, how can I beg in a new way for these people on their education level? The beggy monster.
I love it, dude. It's so funny. There's going to be Halloween costumes next year. The Imholte beggy monster.
I heard that someone has already sent our buddy Rocco a beggy monster puppet. Like, I was thinking about, like, ooh, a beggy monster puppet. This would be fun. And, like, later that same day, nope, someone already paid for it and sent it to the puppet master of our community.
Yeah, no kidding. We got two. We got 2K and Tukey. And sometimes the idea gets in your head. There's not a Mexican one, and I wanted there to be a Mexican taquito, a tuquito, but that's just too much puppetry.
Yeah, I think you were. Wasn't it you dropping the idea of a tuquito, or was that someone else a few months back?
I think. Yeah, I'm. Even if somebody else said it, I'm taking it now. But yeah,
It's still
that
wide
was
open. We've got Tokay that hangs out with 2K as well, but that's
yep,
not an actual puppet. He's got a
the
cartoon
stoner.
Tokay.
Oh, okay. And there was 2 Keys as well at the time, but I think he's in jail now.
As you will, getting caught with 2 keys.
It's a rough one.
Congrats.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's in third place. We've got Doorman and Flinty Gecko tied for first at $100.
Well, then I'd like to
Retract.
I'd like to
You can
retract my congratulations. Then I only congratulate winners. Third's not a winner spot.
$82 in third place is Trucker 18 Wheeler. $47 in fourth place is Silver Wolf, and Chris O with $40 is in fifth. Those are the standings so far. So you can get into that top 5 for relatively cheap.
Sounds like you don't win anything. You just get me to say your name another time. Trucker 18 Wheeler is quite a frequent super chatter. I've noticed it actually watching this entire episode of Trucker 18 Wheeler is very supportive of Aaron. And while he isn't the top, like he's the most frequent of the super chatters.
Yeah, he gets his chat thread every time. That's another thing on the flip side. There's ways people get into a show by doing that every $2. And it also helps to have a name like that too, because 18 Wheeler, like that's something you're gonna keep repeating. It's gonna stick out in your brain, so you know that's a good supporter. It's a really weird parasocial relationship sometimes, and it's very apparent with him that he needs the chat. He likes to, like you said, he dresses the chat and coddles them like children or treats them like, a mentally deficient human. But it works for him. Somehow he's getting people to give him just enough to keep him floating. And I know some of that is because they recognize he is DSP and this is their entertainment and they're paying for it. Because some people are addicted to watching him stress out because that's the most entertaining part of the show. It's like the 10 minutes between him getting the last of his goal and the overtime.
All right, I've got 2 clips remaining, the final 5 minutes, and this one I actually skipped over earlier. I wasn't sure if we would have time. Him talking about stream sniping.
Like, what the fuck? First of all, stream sniping is fucking gay. It shows you have no content. It shows you're not any good. It shows you fucking suck as a streamer. That's
sniping. But what about watching it after the fact? That's cool, right? Right?
Yeah, we're cool.
No, that's number one. But I mean, you can't do this thing. There's this thing people do on the internet, and it's really dishonest, and it's really kind of that shitty, dorky, have no life internet thing that I've always railed against and I've always hated. You can't say that something sucks really fucking bad and it's horrible and it's awful and nobody watches it, and then sit there like a drooling retard and watch it and stream it to other people.
There is sometimes something that just tickles your hate watch ability. So bullshit. I do both hate and love drooling and watching the Cinemassacre podcast. And I was very disappointed that they realized how awful it was really quick and wrapped it up in very fast fashion.
Yeah, the slobs were very aware of what was going on. They were on the subreddit getting the instant feedback from the regular fans.
That's something I actually thought of earlier today of like, ooh, if we want to extend our coverage of James Rolfe, doing an episode by episode review like this may be fun, because that was my favorite thing to hate watch. And no, I didn't like it. And I watched it because it was just such that perfect arc of bad.
Yeah, it was Justin and Kieran who really wanted to do a podcast. And they were trying to do it with James as him being himself, not the nerd, just talk about stuff.
And
some of the topics
consists of
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not a very good conversational unless you get the autistic little perk in him. Like he wants to talk about Atlantis, he'll spit out all the facts that he just read about Atlantis. Oh, also they were mentioned Bigfoot in the chat. That he's another fan of Bigfoot. He likes his cryptozoology.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I don't think they had an episode on cryptozoology. I remember their episode where they ranked their top 5 bands, and I'm like, this is so fucking hack. Seriously, guys, my top 5 bands.
Yeah, and I was upset. Most of them pick the most milquetoast regular. These are my favorite bands. To see AC/DC and Metallica in any list of that, my favorite bands. If you're under the age of 45, 50, it seems a little strange. But
just
then,
in general, listing your favorite bands, to me, my tastes are just so diverse, and they will change on the day of the week. I don't have a top 5.
Right, it's like an amorphous rotation, whatever you're into right at that time. I can name bands that mean something to me, not necessarily my favorite bands, but like, yeah, I like Sublime a lot because that was my coming of age band. You know, it was like I went straight from West Coast gangster rap to like ska and punk, and it all was together to me because it was the same. Dude, punks and gangster rappers are almost so similar. It's scary, except for their lifestyle choices, like the flavor of life.
We might have to review some of those episodes once we run out of book to do. There's just so much fun to goof on that guy. But that's next week. We'll be goofing on James Rolfe and his next chapter, which still 150 fucking pages in, he is still in goddamn college. He's still not making AVGN movies. College Chaos Part 3. I want to throttle him for these fucking chapter names. Coming up next week. Listen to us bitch about that.
Yeah,
sorry, but
it's that infuriating. It really is.
It's fun and it hurts all at the same time. Just like some people talk about anal. It's fun and it hurts.
But in real people, in big boy world, that makes you look like a fucking retard. Like, you can't sit there and go, Keanu doesn't have anyone watching, or Keanu fucking sucks, Keanu's terrible. You can say that. That's totally fine. And maybe you have enough evidence to support that thesis. Maybe you don't. But you can't say, this person fucking sucks, nobody watches them, they're fucking terrible, I can't stand them, and then sit there like a drooling dipshit and watch them and stream it to your... And if you have any kind of audience...
All of these stream snipers are drooling while they do it. I guess that's transformative.
Well, no, that is. But I think what really starts to bother him is that these stream snipers will make just as much money as he does. He will barely get his goal, whereas if I consistently did it every morning during his show, I would be pulling maybe some of his audience after a while, 10 to 20%. And that'll piss him off. Because, yeah, anybody else will come and watch. I can handle that, I think. You know what I'm saying? Stream sniping him and keeping commentary going.
Darkside Phil is another one that has just an army of stream snipers, and it's much more fun to watch the people sniping them because they're adding something. It's the Mystery Science Theater, basically, of streaming shows. I'm stream sniping, so let's goof on this together to have some fun with it.
Absolutely.
They're a double-digit IQ audience because they should be able to watch you watching them and go, wait a minute, I thought you said they suck and they're horrible and you can't stand them. Then you shouldn't be able to watch them. They're not, and you can't say like, well, I'm doing it because then we comment on it. Yeah, but you suck. You're not Mystery Science 3000. Like that's not your thing. You're just lazy and you don't have it. There's no reason for you to be on right now. I'm here. So just shut it off. There's a ghost talking to me. All right, there he is. There's Johnny. Yeah,
I love that he brings on Johnny when he's mid-swig of his water.
Pro show.
I saw some.
this is right now. Principal uncertainty. If they can make it funny, and that's what I know that Melton stings him the most out of everybody because he is making much more money than Aaron and is good at doing it. Melton was busting out freestyle raps last night. Now, see, that would be something Aaron could do. $50, and I'll give you, 8 bars or 12 bars or something. Just
Oh,
like
that's
a
right.
freestyle.
Aaron's a rapper, as seen at the wedding he got choked out at.
He's not very good.
And the way he talks about Melton, Melton is getting money because of me. No, it's not what you do on your show. It's what he does with your show. It's a remix, buddy.
Yep, exactly that. He is just making Aaron's show palatable to normal people. I'll give it to Aaron though. He does have a hard 300 watching him, and it'll get up to 500-600 in the morning.
Certainly not all 300 of them are hard. Only a portion of them are attracted to Aaron.
It depends on how cold it is outside, yeah.
Tweet. And I don't watch these things. I don't investigate them because, quite frankly, I care enough to mention it in passing as filler until you get here. But I don't care about it enough to actually investigate it. Yeah, I saw some tweet where like 5 different shows were watching Keanu's shows.
Okay.
And I'm like, how retarded?
So they're just watching her show?
They're just, yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
You don't get the nuances of stream sniping. Let's go ahead and get to the final 5 minutes of the show. He rambles on about stream sniping a little more. I think I was just being cheeky with that last minute where he calls us dickbags for watching something and commenting on it. And it gave me a giggle of like, oh, if I play this, he's basically talking directly to me. So that's what we're missing in that last minute. Oh, this is actually 8 minutes. So yeah, no more any other clips. This is the last 8 minutes in regulation. It is Beg 30. Throw out the alarm. We have not made our goal yet. We need help.
Whoa!
I still haven't made a goal version of that. Sometimes I'm a lazy bastard.
We got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. We got the whole 8 o'clock hour stories to open up. So let's get to
Holy shit.
Let's get to some overtime, boys and girls. We're only $65 away, guys. Honestly, we can do this $5-10 at a time. You guys have got this. It's got to be a team effort. Everybody throw in a couple.
That's one of my favorites. We can do it $5 at a time. Like it's like we're watching Miss Rachel with our child. And if you don't know who that is, it's like the new Barney the dinosaur, but it's a human lady rather than a dinosaur. Teach us how to count, Aaron. $5 at a time, $10 at a time. How many 5s and 10s will get us to 65, Aaron?
He doesn't even know. He can't do that, man.
We got 5 minutes. Start the clock right now. $65 away from today's goal. Let's wash the taste of failure out of our mouth.
Updating his phone.
The taste of failure? I know what that is. I bet it's really salty.
And what's funny is failure is a white substance, a white salty substance.
I like.
Let's wash
real
the
quick.
taste of last.
Johnny always lights a joint when he starts this begathon. He's like, I'm out. He just like reaches for the closest fucking thing to smoke out of. And it just takes a break. He's done with the begging. He's like, I can't.
You barely want me speaking regularly. I know. This is all you. I'm gonna go over here now.
Last night's L out of our mouth and knock out a full goal today.
Actually, let's play that in full. Knocking the L out of his mouth and the taste of the goal. That was a double cummy
Away from
play on
today's
words.
goal. Let's wash the taste of failure out of our mouth.
Taste of failure.
Let's wash the taste of last night's L out of our mouth and knock out a full goal today. Let's stop the struggling toe from last night and knock out the whole goddamn thing. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Just do this. Click one of those links, drop a 20 in there, and go. It's that fucking easy. It's that fucking easy. So go ahead, drop it in. We got 5 minutes left, $65 left to go.
Kids, get your parents' permission before contributing to the goal, but contribute now.
Yes, exactly. Dude. And he always does the rant. The Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, whatever else is he saying. It's like it's
Rumble rants.
It's burned in. Yeah, it's
Ooh,
Rumble
that's
rants.
a nice pooping shot there. Command Shift 3. Yeah, it's got two nice thumbnails from today's episode.
Let's make it nice and easy. You know, last night was a bummer. Last night, you're at like 90, 95 bucks, like going into that last 5 minutes. You're like, we got a good shot at knocking this thing out.
He was kind of doing the Hank Hill feel on his neck when he's getting uncomfortable there. Does he do that regularly?
He's always doing. He's completely uncomfortable in his own body.
Yeah, like that was him trying to comfort himself, like rubbing his neck or just a nervous tick.
Yeah. No, he's trying to hide anxiety.
And then
you're going to have to find another hiding spot. We found that immediately.
Ugh.
Nothing happens. And you're like, well, fuck, that kind of snuck up on me. That's not going to happen today. We got $65 left. You guys have been knocking it down responsibly today. You've responded.
Oh, good. We haven't been irresponsible with the goal. We have been very responsible up to this point.
Yeah, we haven't been irresponsible. We're taking care of his children for him.
Do not goal and drive. Be responsible about it.
Just hanging out the window.
request
Go! Streamlabs! Just driving around downtown Minneapolis.
See, that's why you need to get you one of those campaign vans, because they have the speaker right on top. You don't need to scream out the window. You can say Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal without sticking your head out the window.
We get him a Mr. Microphone.
So let's nail the last one. Super Chats, Rumble Rants, PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, gifted memberships. Let's get after it, kids. Let's knock out that last $65 and call it another win for the toe. Why? Because you're the absolute best audience there is. You keep this show on the air, and you do it through your generous donations. So we've got about 70 people so far this week that have chipped in. Let's keep that number growing. Keep it.
He's looking at his audit notes to know that there are 70 people who can make it up to the top. Oh, wow. He's taking like copious notes now of who's giving what amount of money. And he may be auditing his contributors, but unprincipled certainty, he's afeared of Imholte here getting audited himself. I've known a few people with their own business that have some shady, especially it's the DSP model, once again, of your business finances and your personal finances just all being intermixed in one thing, rather than very well laid out. I could be wrong there, but I don't believe I am.
No, you're absolutely right. And if you are running a small business and you need to keep an eye on the tax man, you have two books. Speaking of Get Shorty, that's, at 14, 15, when that movie came out, that's exactly how I imagined running a business. Not necessarily having a notebook with everything written down like this moop, but, QuickBooks, dude. You keep track of your shit. It's 100% correct. Keep your business money here and your personal shit there. Keep everything separate, because if your business gets audited and you got a house that's in the business's name, you're homeless. They'll take it. It happened to my father-in-law. He used to run a fireworks, production company. He would do Columbus fireworks and stuff. And Granddad got caught selling powder to some people that he shouldn't have. And so they took all his shit. And their cars were in the business name. Everything was in the business name. Gone.
Seemed like a good idea
So
at the
be careful.
time. Whoops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this guy's, if he gets audited, he's going to be in big trouble, I think.
He's going away for the time that we've been imagining. He's going to, well, I think 90 days is what we've been talking about. If he goes away, it's not going to be a long going away. I could easily see him going away for 90 days for fucking around with a lawyer legally and finding out.
Yes, absolutely. And that's coming up too. He had a court hearing today. About an hour ago, I think it ended. And we'll find out tonight if he pled to a lesser charge. I think he's getting a misdemeanor and has to pay a hefty fine. But if he keeps violating things, he's going to end up doing jail time, which is, that will be, if he misses 3 months of goals or a month of goals, even if it's 30 days, if he misses a month of goals, it's done. That nest egg is
I think
evaporated.
he finally stopped talking about the third party. It seems like he finally got it through his thick fucking skull to not talk about the third party in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, he's doing a little better. He did mention ex-lovers the other day. I got 2 jilted lovers who were up my ass. That's what he said. So I know Ashley's not taking any shit from him either. Aaron's a clown.
Did he phrase it that way? Having 2 jilted lovers up his ass. I'm picturing a Lucky Pierre situation with a strap on of a jilted lover being up his ass.
I bet he could get Eiffel Towered by April and Ashley both. He wouldn't mind it.
$65 away.
Oh, before we go on, we've got more.
Well, he was talking about watching gay porn, like because of the Nick Fuentes. Destiny's another streamer, and apparently there was a gay sex tape floating around of those two, and he said, "I won't even watch it out of curiosity. That makes you gay." Like, dude, there's so many straight guys that have this weird, you can't do these things or that thing, otherwise you're a faggot. And I'm like,
you can't
come
wipe
on,
your
man.
ass, or else you're a fag. That's the
right.
one where I was like, that is toxic masculinity. His asshole and his underwear and everything his butt touches are toxic because it's too gay to wipe your ass.
Good. That's Aaron in a nutshell too. He's just so he's not comfortable with himself. I think he is very insecure in that department.
Hey, rally up. We got 3.5 minutes left to go. I'm not just babbling for my health. I'm babbling because I want to see this show continue to succeed. So go ahead and throw a couple of bucks our way, and let's call it another win for the toe. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Ooh, we got Taylor Lorenz gossip coming up. We've also got...
Ooh, you give me $65. Here's the topics that we can cover in the next 30 minutes.
All of a sudden, Democrats are... Democrats are there's some of them that are for deportations now because they're pissed that Latinos voted for Trump.
Isn't that fun? Don't you want to hear me talk about it? No, I think you just talked about it there. You gave us the headline. I don't trust you're going to add too much to that.
Yeah, and he was complaining about stream sniping and blah blah blah. Like stream sniping, legit. It's just restreaming someone else's stream, I suppose. But he does the same thing. He pulls clips from all local news outlets and then covers their stories and does his own Mystery Science Theater 3000 over it. Look at all these stupid criminals doing stupid criminal shit. It's like, we all saw
it. Think of it as a news magazine or whatever, but yeah, it's a variation of stream sniping. You're just getting the clips beforehand.
Exactly that. And stream sniping comes from Twitch mostly. It's like a gamer thing. Like, if I'm playing Fortnite and you're playing Fortnite online, like you're a streamer, I can look at your stream and see where you are while I'm playing the game here at home. So I can grief you. You know what I mean? Like, I can keep jumping in your lobby and keep tracking you down and know where you're hiding in the game because you're streaming it. Maybe there's a little delay, but I can find you. And that's where it kind of originates from. And then it leaked into the Dabbleverse. Now it's just watching somebody else's stream.
The first
It's
time
not-
I really heard of it was with Zumach, and then of course Tukey blowing up by stream sniping a stream snipe. That's just
Right.
fucking ridiculous. And well done, Rocco, on stream sniping a stream snipe.
Sniping the Mud Shark, who was sniping MLC at the time, I believe.
Yeah, loving mud sharks, loving misery, I believe is what
That's
he
right.
titled
That's
it.
right. Yeah, and MLC is its own bucket of pasta. We'll get into some other time, probably. I don't know. Brennan's out of control too.
Yeah, he's on this level. He's deteriorated to this level for sure. Unlike Steve Harvey retired from stand-up comedy and has become the go-to host for any show whatsoever. Where Kevin Brennan retired from stand-up, and the DSP Aaron Imholte model is what he fell into.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Somebody might get his finances sometime, just like DSP, too. There'll be a nice pie chart about his expenses if he keeps this up.
That was fun when they leaked his account. That could happen. I would like to see all the ATM debit cards to the nearby gas station for all of his grocery needs.
47 purchases a day. You know what I mean? Like just 2 Celsius and a hot dog.
You know what? I'll say this. It's honest. It is honest. But we can't do any of that unless we knock out this goal. So, guys, we're only $65 away. That's very winnable. We've done we don't have anything in the rally so far. Everybody team up. Let's do this thing. I love you guys. You're the absolute fucking best. There's no sadness. There's no depression. We fail. But I don't think we deserve to fail. And I don't think we will fail. I think we got the numbers and we've got the support to knock this thing out. So let's.
Your eyes betray you. Your eyes say, I don't believe a fucking word I'm saying. I'm going to fail twice in a row. 2 L's.
Yeah, no shit, man. It's like you hear him try to, what's the word I'm looking for? He's trying to bolster himself into like, okay, guys, you know what? It's only $65 left. You can knock it out right now for me. It's like I feel him trying to muster up that energy, and like you said, it's just ringing out of dead eyes.
Only you can prevent internet begging.
Dude, it's a poor model. He needs to
Beggy the Bear.
burn it all down.
I've been doing that smoky thing for a while. I hadn't given him the proper name of Beggy the Bear. Only you can prevent begging. Is that a Greg the Bunny?
It's actually, I know, it almost does, but it's a Greg the Kangaroo. He's transitioning, I think, from a bunny to a kangaroo. But yeah, it's definitely my Greg the Bunny.
It didn't work out for Kyle Broflovsky's dad, transitioning into a dolphin. So good luck.
Oh
with
yeah,
that
that was
kangaroo.
such a good episode.
My balls.
Right? That's the one
Drop
that
in.
Kyle wanted to play basketball, and he got the blackiotomy.
Kyle became a tall black kid, and his knees were made of Mr. Garrison's balls, who was
That's
ready to
right.
transition back into a man.
But he can't because Kyle's knees, testicle knees, blow out. Like he lands on him, they go. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah, it was only cosmetic. Being a tall black child, he's yeah, his knees blew out, and his legs were in multiple pieces.
such a good show.
Because we got just over 2 minutes left. We have done fuck all during this final rally, and I was feeling kind of confident at $65. So,
well, since no one's contributed, it's not a rally. It's like saying that Hack Ride earlier was a one-man rally with his super sticker. There is no rally. It's not happening.
He also needs to change the word from a rally to something else more palatable, like a movement. Momentum. Use the word momentum. We need some momentum. Not a rally. Not with your fans.
drop in.
Doable.
At the very least, guys, get us under $50 because I'll be honest, ego-wise, I don't want to get beat twice in a week.
I can't get beat twice in a row either. I need some time. The mind is willing, but the body is fleshy and bruised.
Spongy and weak.
I
Spongy and weak. Thank you.
really don't want to get beat twice. Andrew's son is here. He says people are holding back to show you they don't like Johnny. Well, then how do you describe last night's $90 defeat?
Because I wasn't there.
Johnny wasn't here for the defeat last night. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half. We are let's put a rush on it here real quick, because again, it's honestly, get inside of 50. We'll keep begging for another half hour, but we got to win. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be, I'll be happy. Look, good show, fun show.
That right there. Good show, fun show. But he just said it. Like, instead of saying, oh, we're going to do overtime for half an hour, I'm not going to be begging for another half an hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, he knows he's begging constantly.
From going on, what is it, on loan, on credit. We're still 15 away from going on credit, but he's going to do it anyways. And thank you, Johnny Blaze, for attempting to get this rally started over here while Aaron's getting that rally started over there. $1.99, great show from Johnny Blaze. Glad you enjoyed it. We'll be back to goofing on him in... Actually, it's a holiday in 2 weeks, so we'll goof on Aaron again sometime soon. But James Rolfe is actually my priority on who to goof on right now. So sometimes Aaron might miss a week because I'm loving, I love hate goofing on James Rolfe.
It's very self-masochistic. Like, definitely putting both of us through the ringer just to hear it. But like you said, I start taking notes and then I start enjoying it. I'm like, this motherfucker just said what?
I love the idea you had too, to listen to the audiobook and look at the PDF file at the same time. He's added nothing extra, but he's omitted such bizarre little portions of the book. And I'm looking forward to what he's omitting during these next chapters. I think it's the same, where he's looking back and like, I forgive him now, but he didn't read out, I forgive him.
Yeah, exactly. And college is going to be an interesting chapter.
That is next week. College Chaos with James Rolfe. It stinks.
I'll be happy. Look, good show, fun show, great time, awesome. I appreciate it, but I want to win. I want a W today. So let's get in there. Let's do this thing. $65 away. I'm spamming the chat. Throw in a little bit. These rallies have really slowed down a lot lately, and it is becoming disconcerting. Come on.
I think it's only the once that he spammed the chat so much that he was banned from his own chat temporarily. I think that was Rumble who has that rule.
Classic.
And he wasn't. He spammed it so much, he himself could not chat in his own chat.
$5-10 a piece. Let's do it. We got a minute and change. Come on, boys and girls. Power of positivity. Power of the toe. Let's get another win here. It's only
go back a couple seconds.
Just oh, look at those eyes. They're like bugging out of his head.
He looks straight in the camera for a second too. He's like, please guys, just make him shut up. Basically just like feed him so he stops crying like a child. Great show, a fun show. But give me money.
And this actually, I think, might get him in trouble. I'm actually going to move away from that because you're supposed to go off screen when you do that. I think that's for YouTube as well. He does have it kind of hidden behind the 30 there, but everyone I know, they care about their channel. So they do a little bit of this, or they go over here, and then they come back.
I think this past Sunday I took a puff on stream, but I usually, that's what this area right here is for. I can just roll myself over there real quick. Johnny's like fed up with this part of the show. 100%.
The fucker on the air. And that's all I want to do, because I want to have a fighting chance to keep begging at you. Oh my God, we can't go 5 minutes of the rally with nothing. That would be depressing as fuck. Aaron, keep that smile plastered on your face, you handsome bastard. All right, guys, 40 seconds left. I'm going to do this.
That's right here. Oh my God.
40 seconds to go. $65 away. We need some fucking help.
65.
Now this
I
is
thought
a
it was
mixture.
105.
It's been
I didn't-
65 for a few minutes now. We've been steadfast at 65 for at least a couple of minutes in this 5-minute bag-a-thon.
So yesterday I watched this part, just this part, and I thought he was crying over 105, not the 65. I thought it was more. I didn't even know it was double digits. Oh my god, dude!
I believe this is his natural instinct right here, that he's covering his eyes. I can't look. I can't look. He is turning it into trying to turn it into a bit, but I don't think that began as a bit. I think that was like, I need to make this into entertainment as I flip the fuck out.
Yeah. I think he's trying to do that. He's masking his anxiety, but he's really. I'm curious. I'm very curious
Here,
about his
pretty
finances.
please. Begging you for money to keep my shitty show on the air that had
an eye
horrible
on
numbers
Johnny.
the last couple of, well, not yesterday morning was great. But not good last night. Would like to
And
see
he's
a
being
win.
fucking serious,
You have made
man.
0.
Yeah, the way he's babbling here, these are real concerns. These
Yep.
are not, this isn't a put on right now.
Especially with that one, he's like, "Oh man, we had a couple of rough. Well, Monday morning was okay, but yeah, the rest was just garbage. Help me out." And he's behind on something. He's gotta be. Look at Smirky Johnny. But
Dollars.
I don't know. The mystery is getting to me now.
During our
Money
most
to the
pathetic
mafia, yes.
begging rally. This is the most pathetic 5 minutes of the show every day. And to make it $0 makes it even more pathetic. Oh, look, I opened my eyes. Still nothing. All right, we're going to count down 10 seconds, and then I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably still going to do the... Oh, hold on.
Wait for it.
Dr. Silverwolf with $100. Boy, that's pity. That's one.
And immediately going to his audit sheet to
Yep.
write this down.
100% pity.
I would
And
also
still-
argue. Oh, go ahead.
We didn't get the $100 clip. Our first $100 person didn't get a $100 clip. And he didn't say what it is, and neither one got the $100 video clip.
Yeah, good point. Somebody needs to harp on him for that. He owes. He's
He
indebted
just
to his
started doing
chatters.
this. This thing that was brand new and fun several years ago. He said, "We're doing this," and then didn't.
Also, real quick, the writing of the names down is a Melton thing too. Like he keeps track. He doesn't keep track of the money amount. Maybe he does, but he keeps a list of high rollers that go through and like.
Oh yeah,
and you
he's
get a
got
little-
the gimmick where he places their name on the wall behind him.
Well, now it's a little pop-up bubble on the bottom. He quit wasting the paper and ink. It's expensive, or it gets expensive and wasteful. So, like how you bring up the chats, a little bubble comes up, and today's executive producer is Principal Uncertainty, because it's at random or whatever, But it's like if you donated $100 or more, you go in that pool. And Aaron's not bright enough to make a nice thing, so whiteboard it is.
Okay. He says, for Johnny.
Yeah. Now that I think of it, having just a piece of paper taped to the wall, you'd think, oh, that's tacky. But no, you have found something that is way more low budget and tacky than pieces of paper taped up on the wall. The whiteboard. But, as I said, his chicken scratch is slightly better this week, so good for Aaron. Maybe that's actually Slam Pieces writing. Yeah, that does kind of look like a lady's writing. I think that is Slam Pieces writing.
Also starts out big and squishes to the corner. I think that's just a typical noob writing on a board thing.
As Slam Piece, now just getting this responsibility to write on the whiteboard would do. I think that this is Slam Piece's contribution to the show, is writing so people can actually read it instead of the fucking psycho serial killer. Well, no, usually serial killers have better handwriting. His handwriting fucking sucks. I don't think that's his.
Yeah, his is even worse.
There you go. So Johnny got us the win today.
Oh,
Johnny
That's
got
more
us
than
the
I
win.
deserve.
Oh,
I've
wait,
been
$100.
a boat anchor all
So
morning.
we're over the goal. Add that to the evening show
As
goal.
we can all agree.
$147 now for Silver Wolf. He is now officially in first place over Doorman and Flinty Gecko. So the top 3 spots are in the triple digits. Fourth place is Trucker 18 Wheeler with $82. Thank you very much, Silver Wolf. And Coltrane with $5 says, "Shut the fuck up, Bucks." Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are now $35 into tonight. Thank you so much. Hey,
He
boys
is
and
giddy.
girls, those of you who are
He is giddy and happy right there. All right, we're starting out not at 0 on the night show. Fuck yeah.
And he didn't do his typical movie math either. He got a $100 donation, covered the 65 for today, this one right here, and said he's 35 into tonight. I don't think if he realized he just did that to himself.
Yeah, I didn't see as much movie math going on. Maybe I just didn't pay as much attention as I should have to see the movie math going on in this episode.
Yeah, he's
we're waiting
terrible,
for a
man.
pathetic
Or maybe he's doing it less. I don't know. Probably not. That's not his style. It would be neat if he stopped doing that.
loss. We got a pathetic win. Another win for the toe. Suck it. Then, you know what I really
an
like?
emotional roller coaster right now.
That's that right there. That was the hit. That's his dopamine hit right there. Or whatever it is, serotonin. I don't know. I'm talking on my ass.
As you were
Anywho,
talking
he went
earlier
from
of the anger management classes of yeah, that was I absolutely see that. He went through his panic stress state and then bam, that hit of serotonin, dopamine. We'll ask Wikipedia later for what the brain releases there.
Yeah, but he's definitely. And then he says, "Suck it, haters." Like he thinks that we actively root against him when it's just we laugh at his failure. We're not like rooting for him to failure. That just happens as a natural byproduct of his setup. You know, like he's not. The goal is it's a 50-50 chance. So it's like, yeah, when my sport team when my team wins, yay. When he loses, nah, I don't take it that hard. You know, so it's the same with this.
When we barely squeak by, like pathetically barely squeak by, I still like to brag at all of our haters like we're totally kicking ass because I know it drives them insane.
No.
Like, no, you fucking suck today. It was all, but you barely made it. I'm like, I know, but I'm still going to talk about it like I just fucked everybody up.
No, see, that's why we make fun of you.
Ain't I?
That's why we mock you. Yeah, that's why we mock you, because you think you're owning people that don't exist.
He really loves personifying the haters so much, and just way outside. We enjoy seeing you fail because of your reaction, not because we want you to go bankrupt, but
That's
the
part of
emotional
it.
roller coaster. That was a hell of a trip that he went on in those last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was the slow climb up, and then it was like, oh, there's no money. Here it is again.
Seeing someone go through such highs and lows so fucking quick, that's why the last 5 minutes has become the most sought after part of the show.
Absolutely, it's like the yo-yo string breaks and it rolls away, and you're just like, wow, that was cool, you know. But yeah, he's definitely rapidly approaching insanity later. This is an early phase of that to me.
The Serenity now is still it's still at the forefront. There are cracks showing, but the Serenity now phase continues.
Oh no, to keep it going. Yes, you're right. But guess what? But guess what? A win's a win, and you're not going anywhere. $5 from Ryan the Garbage Man. He says, pooping pudding patted pickled pud. Do I have to really do this 5 times if it says 5 times?
I mean, how much did he pay?
$5, but it's very kind of him. It's the thought that counts this time of year. Pooping pudding patted pickled pud. 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 You're welcome.
He did not enjoy that whatsoever. I'm really enjoying how his emotions are just very apparent on his face.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that a lot of the haters picked up on was that both him and April were just an open book. Like there was no subtlety to their husband-wife conversation. There wasn't. You can tell there was no subtle jabs. It was straight up knives out. Like just let's go. And he was more than happy to read, shitty shit to her.
And sometimes wasn't paid for that shitty shit he said to her. Sometimes it was like, this will be fun content for the show. This insulting, non-paying chat towards April. I'll pick this one out of the bunch. Star Chunkster, I think this is the Hoochie Mama stage. It's the cracks of Serenity now. We're not at Insanity later. We'll call this the Hoochie Mama stage of where he's currently at.
Jerry Stiller is the best, or was the best. Rest in peace, Jerry Stiller. I never knew that was Ben Stiller's dad for like a long time. I think Zoolander came out.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize that as well. I didn't know of Mira and Stiller from years before. That was something off my radar for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. Some good history there.
All right, we've got, what is that, about 30 seconds
30
left.
seconds?
He hit the goal. He's got 30 more minutes to do. And here we go.
We appreciate it. All right, your money is in our back pocket. We're going to fuck off. I'm just kidding. You know what? Can we fucking stop with Star Wars? I'm done. I've been done for years, but like they keep doing
that chat covered something I wanted to show. He is checking once again. He just did another refresh did anything come in Venmo? Anything come in on PayPal?
Star Wars. I'm done. I've been done for years, but like they keep doing it, and it's the law of diminishing returns. It's like radioactive half-life.
I guess that's what I wanted to get in those final seconds was the phone that he's checking one more time. So I guess I really didn't have time to play that 3-minute clip if I was going to get out of here on time. We are past the point of 2 hours, which is something of an arbitrary point, but a point in which I'm like, let's not overstay our welcome. So been fun today. Yeah. I don't think we overstayed our welcome going a little bit over the 2 hour time limit that I give on these shows because it seemed warranted this time.
Well, and you feel it. It was moving fast. We weren't, I'm probably a little bit more distracted than you were today because the caffeine started working about 45 minutes, half an hour ago. So I lost my focus a couple times.
So we're going to see Cornholio popping up anytime now.
Another good show. I need. I want to see some of the newer episodes of that Beavis and Butthead. Mike Judge is
everything Mike Judge does. It's fantastic.
Gold.
The worst thing he did was Extract, but it's still a fun movie.
Nice. That's one I wasn't aware of, but I've seen most of his other stuff.
It's got really fun side characters. That's what I remember about it most. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but the side characters in Extract made me be like, "Yep, this is Mike Judge." He really populates it with fun, quirky characters.
That's his strong suit. That's what made King of the Hill so great. Office Space, Idiocracy, like it's just you watch for those exaggerated characters.
I just found on YouTube a clip of the Beavis and Butthead Christmas episode along with the Dear Santa Butthead letters, which I remember recording on a VHS tape somewhere years and years ago when it aired. So I'm going to have fun checking out those letters to Santa Butthead.
Christmas nostalgia.
Star Wars sucks now. Am I right? Rogue, well, not Rogue One. That was the movie. If Andor season 2 sucks, like I will be very upset. Andor, fucking good shit still. Stupid Kathleen Kennedy getting her grubby hands on the Mandalorian after season 2. Could go down a big rant on that of how. But he was done. Grogu was done. No, we haven't sold enough Grogu toys. Bring him back. Bring him back now. Let's interrupt the book of Boba Fett in order to bring back Grogu now.
Yeah, see, that's wild, dude. I gave up after like the second season of Mandalorian.
Book of
I
Boba
heard they're
Fett,
coming out
watch with a buddy. It's
okay.
bad. And it's bad with a friend. It's Mystery Science Theater 3000 bad.
Oh man, and it's Boba Fett. You want that, man? I'm just hoping they don't fuck up the season 2 of Fallout. I kind of like the Fallout show. I know it departs, and they did some things that they shouldn't have done. That's contradictory to the games, but still,
but
at
for what
least
they were
it's got
doing, it
writing
was
in
true
it.
to the spirit, even though they screwed around with some of the details. I haven't watched all of it, but yeah, when I checked out, I was like, and I'm not as familiar with the Fallout lore. So
That's another thing, right?
The liberties that they take won't have my ire as much as others.
I think the biggest thing is the date that Shady Sands is blown up. It totally screws up a timeline thing, but it was probably a set builder's mistake. You know, like they just wrote it. They were given a piece of paper that had a date on it. You got to go back 30 years to find out that that's the wrong date. You know what I mean? I'm getting into the weeds on some silly shit. But yeah, Rey is getting 3 more movies. She's a Skywalker now, and
Star
she's getting
Wars,
more
Rey?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yes.
Where the TV series are set in between in between the Star Wars original movies and the sequels. That's a nice good place to be. No. No, we don't want to see Rey. No.
Yeah, I think that's rumor on the street. And there was something else I was going to say about movies too. I forget. Oh well. Oh,
We'll think of it at
Kathleen
some point.
Kennedy. I was watching Indiana Jones. She was an executive producer on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. She's been around. Spielberg and Lucas and all these guys. She's not new to this.
The
It's
role
just her
that
name's
she
known.
the role that she used to serve under Spielberg and Lucas, she was apparently very good at that role. But the role she's currently in at the head toppy top, she's been promoted to obsolescence. Yeah, she's been working with those big time hitters for quite a while and did a great job. And now she's doing their job. Whoops. Shouldn't have given you that last promotion there. And that's another thing that Aaron would love, to say her name, Kathleen Kennedy. He really loves that obscure reference. That is such an intensely obscure wrestling reference.
Earl Skankle did it too. He does from time to time because he's related to the Kennedys, so he'll just say it that way.
So that really tickled him. Yeah, as a huge wrestling nerd, I kind of would want to do an AEW review show with him. Another thing that fucking hurts me, but that I was a huge fan of not a huge fan of. I gave it a chance. Within 2 months of them having the AEW TV show, I was like, fuck this. But he's a huge fan. That's something that would be fun to debate him, because he's a big fan of AEW. And I can write out a thesis statement right here. This episode of Dynamite is where I stopped giving it a chance. This is bullshit.
Yes. I know, and that's the thing. He does like it. He likes the writing. He's a diehard wrestler fan.
Different strokes for different folks, but yeah, I do not like the AEW. The Razor and Diesel, man. If you got the fake Razor and Diesel, that would be a rare one.
Oh no, this is a limited. It's an actual WWF product too. Still.
That's an old one. They cannot put that F on any of their merchandise anymore.
And they have bone crunching sound. I'm so tempted to open it just to hear the bone crunching sound.
I remember when they came out with those. They were trying different gimmicks. There was a line where they sweated. You would pour water into them and they would sweat.
That's great, especially with all of those like PP dolls that were coming out around the time, like every other diaper changing girl doll. I remember seeing so many more commercial toys in commercials than I do now.
Well, that's been
I gotta stop.
a fun about 10 minutes of happy talk. And thank you, viewers, for sticking with us through the happy talk. So sounds like we weren't too boring after getting off of the main subject of Aaron Imholte. But we are going to start signing off now. You can catch me tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern for TikTok Around the Clock. Tits Chopperson returns. I have been missing her for like a year. A lady with her tits out, chopping wood. Obviously not bare tits, but beautiful cleavage. That's coming up. And members only episode on Friday. So you can become a rope shooter for $4.99 a month and check out the bonus episode on Friday. Be back next week, Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern for some more shenanigans, including goofing on James Rolfe's book. And going to retool things in the new year. So look forward to a little bit of change in the shows. What are your plugs, Spurg Snake?
Hanging out with you next week, hanging out with Annie in a couple of weeks, I think, for Disco Elysium. And I may be moving to Monday nights. Monday night seems to be the more open night now, since Sunday became popular.
That's not bogged down with a whole shitload of people streaming. Sunday night became popular. Just bam. You
it was me and Earl for a while, and
like within 6 weeks or 10 weeks, very populated over on Sunday nights. So games, I saw you starting to get into Mario Maker. That was fun for a while. Dashy, I don't know if you ran into him. Yeah, Dashy playing Mario Maker was a lot of fun. So check out some Mario Maker, or Family Feud is a good fallback.
Anything, yeah.
That will be on Mondays over on Spurg Snake. No longer Secret Stash, right? You simplified the channel name.
Yeah, just keep it Spurg Snake, so that way anybody can type it in. I should show up. No problem now. I did YouTube my name once to see if it would work, and it's probably the second one down. It'll be my channel. You'll see it. Look for the cool font.
And that's all for today. I understand the aversion to wrestling. If you don't get it, it's completely understandable. It's dumb, but sometimes you just love dumb things. Just ask my ex-girlfriend.
Smart.
So that's where you can find us Mondays for Spurg Snake, and randomly for his music mixes, where he tests the YouTube bots for taking him down eventually. But that is all for today. Thanks for joining me, Spurg Snake, and thank all you beloved chatters for joining, and our two super chatters, Hack Ride Studios and Johnny Blaze, for that little mini rally about an hour apart from each other. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here now. Thank you all for joining. Now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LSMFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LSMFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.